Tobacco is the #1 cause of cancer in the United States. It's been that way for the last 60 years. Paul was the first president of this clinical oncology group to address tobacco head-on.
The reason the office is the way it is and the cancer center is the way it is because of Dr. Bunn.
Without him, we wouldn't have, I don't believe, this campus in our community, which is very important for our future in Colorado.
Nobody really gave him much, but he turned it all into something very, very special.
I'm very proud of him. I mean, we moved out here in 1984. It was our family, 3 kids, 2 cats, a dog, and a grandmother, kind of in this ragtag caravan driving west. It was a total change for all of us, and he built something pretty amazing.
When we started, we had only a few members. There were very few patients going on clinical trials. There was little grant support from outside funding agencies. All of those things have grown dramatically. That growth has obviously allowed us to reach our mission of serving more patients with cancer. And it's been an incredibly fun thing to watch over the years.
I've worked with Paul for 15 years now, and it's like being in graduate school all the time. New discoveries, great seminars to go to, lots of good research.
It is so great to work for this cancer center. It is so satisfying because all of the people, from the researchers and the physicians down through the nurses and the receptionists, are all wonderful, kind, caring people.
I think that the great strength of our cancer center is that we're great at collaboration and we're great at working together across disciplines. That's been an aspect of Paul's leadership that I think is important.
Paul does what he does because he truly wants to make a difference in the lives of not just lung cancer patients, but cancer patients in general. Through his vision, not only have the programs in cancer developed here, but the infrastructure to support that research.
The phenomenal research that's taking place and has taken place under Dr. Bunn's direction is an opportunity that we just have to support.
One measure of how much you're doing is how many patients go on a clinical trial. You know, when I first came here, there were about 10 patients a year entering a clinical trial. We've been averaging about 6,000 or 7,000 patients on clinical trials over the last several years.
He will stand out as a person who has led science to another level.
Well, first of all, you can't walk into a room and not think you're looking at somebody who's been on the cover of GQ. He's got this presence about him.
Dr. Bunn is the most wonderful boss I've ever had. He is not only brilliant, but he is also kind and patient, and he smiles whenever he sees me. And those big blue eyes don't hurt either. When I take him to visit with various donors, he is always charming, and I know that those people who are here tonight can attest to that.
Sometimes I'm wondering, how can a person with such an honest and modest personality be so respected and reach all the goals and achievements you can only dream of as a scientist?
He's given up a lot of his personal life for the benefit of the center, and as a director, you know, I think he deserves to retire and have something wonderful, fun, and I guess that's for him, research.
He was always called in college Part 1 and Part 2, and the Part 2 is the playful, and I think he's really looking forward to that. I know I am.
You know, cancer is a deadly serious subject to be around and deal with, but he's got the sensitive side of him that, you know, if you touch his heart in the right way, he melts like a baby. And he's probably not thrilled that I'm saying that.
So here we go, the stories.
The stories. You want true ones? When we were preparing for the submission of the Cancer Center Support Grant, I showed up at like 7:30 on a Saturday morning, and Paul had already been here working for like 3.5 hours, I think. It's not very funny, but that really, for me, exemplifies Paul. Whatever you want to do, he's going to actually work harder at it than certainly than I'm prepared to do.
I don't know if he ever sleeps.
It's a lot of fun to work hard, and Paul enjoys that with good humor.
He's a masochist, but funny with it.
He offers everyone who works there the ability to do their very best. He brings it out in you. You really want to work for him, and you want to do everything you can to make the Cancer Center as good as he would like it to be.
To me, the essence of Paul is his empathy with his patients.
The first things that touched me was that I sent him an email. Dr. Bunn, I'm so-and-so. I want you to be my doctor. I have lung cancer. He answered right away. Yes, I see you tomorrow. I had the reference from some of my colleagues that Dr. Bunn was a kind of a difficult guy. One day, being in the service, a nurse called me, "Have you been banned already?" I says, "What the hell do you mean?" says, that he hasn't get mad at you? No, not at all. Not at all. And up to now, he hasn't. So, he's a compassionate guy.
I'm probably a better athlete and physician than I am husband, although as I'm getting older, I perhaps am spending more time on trying to improve that husband part of me. The fact that they've stuck with me has been certainly a joy for me.
To probably anyone listening to this, he's Dr. Bunn. To me, he's just always been Dad. You know, he was the one who taught me to throw a ball and ride a bike, and you know, he was always there for me growing up, and he has been truly a remarkable father and role model for me.
He's set a really high standard for us all to follow as a father. It's amazing some of the times he'll never tell us about certain things that are going on in his life, and we'll hear about things from other people. I have people all the time tell me, "Oh, your dad was on the news last night," or "Your dad did this," and we're always the last to know.
I think that he is really looking forward to having 4-day weekends or longer times to really play.
The Cancer Center, without him as a director, will be a successful cancer center, because what he's done is he's built a strong enough center to live after him.
The next director will be able to take advantages of a number of things that have happened here. First of all, of course, a brand new campus with brand new facilities. And I think the new director will be able to capitalize on those outreach activities that are just in their infancy.
Oh, the center's going to be a lot better without Paul. No, don't use that. I think institutions...
That was the funny bit, right?
That was the funny bit.
My wishes are that he will continue to be here for a long time so that I can still visit with him, see his smile, as I said, and his blue eyes.
I'm sure Paul would agree that we only have made a good start so far, and there's a long ways to go. And through collaboration and cooperation, which is the basis that we have here now, I hope we can achieve a lot more.
You know, we're not totally there, but we've made incredible strides over the last 20 years, and it doesn't look like what it looked like in the beginning, and it looks like a lot of what I envisioned. And so, yeah, of course, I'm quite proud about that.
If Papa were right over there where that man is, what would you say to him? What would you say? You say, "I love you, Papa"?
Yes.
What would you say?
I love you, Papa.
And what would you say, Abby?
Are you Papa?
Oh, good.